The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. All in all, the Savior, the Protector, the Unifier, the Messiah, the King of Kings, the most loved. Captain Ibrahim Traore has dropped another bombshell. The message is simple. Flee or die. That is the message. All in all, Captain Ibrahim Traore is giving to the people that vow not to allow us to have peace in order to make way for the imperialists to continue to have their upper hand on the soil of Africa. According to Captain Ibrahim Traore, the whole of Africa is watching. People are praying that they should fail. And this, he's just praying and hoping that they'll have a change of mind, because what they are doing is not only for the Burkina base, but for the whole of Africa. So we can set ourselves free from imperialism, neocolonialism, and any form that the oppressor may manifest, because every blessed day they are working, trying to manifest in different forms. But no matter how much they try, they are always victorious. According to him, there are a lot of villages and towns and their land that they have reclaimed, and a lot of them lost their lives. Many of them are running away, and they are asking them to either fly or die, because they are not ready to allow them to have their way. And those of us that are also supporting Burkina Faso for them to succeed, that we need to continue to speak, to educate ourselves, so that we will regain our consciousness, and together we can fight to make Africa a better place.
Comrades fighters for the freedom, the real independence, and the sovereignty, I greet you. It is with great pleasure and a feeling of recognition towards you, my taste buds, that I take the word today, the eve of the National Day of our dear homeland. Above all, about. So I would like to thank the good Lord that made this day, and for all the benefits for our dear homeland throughout this year 2025, and I continue to pray to God that He extends His hand over our country. I would first like to pay tribute to all our fighting forces, which today, for over a year, are launched in a vigorous offensive in territories that were once considered like bastions of the enemy, and who are brilliantly performing the reconquest of our territory. Several areas were reconquered in 1 month, where our fighting forces set up and settled. All enemy resistance that is opposed to our forces have been crushed, and we have not experienced any loss in human CES offensives, only a few minor injuries. Moreover, CES injured, to whom I wish a speedy recovery, and to all the wounded of this barbarism which was imposed on us. Sovereignty is not just a word. To achieve our full sovereignty and whole, we had to go through the revolution. This popular progressive revolution decree is underway in Burkina Faso. Today is a showcase, is a model. We are observed people follow us, and we have no choice but to success. And I am pleased to say that we are on the right track, and that we will succeed. That's why all those who are fighting to achieve this sovereignty, this independence, real, I urge them to continue the fight. And all those who are still in doubt must join the boat and be able to combine our efforts. All those who communicate to awaken the consciences of our populations still need to amplify the communication. Sometimes redouble efforts on examples are given to us throughout the world through Africa. CES African organizations who shine with their mediocrity when to behave at the antipodes of honesty, when to behave the opposite of Africa, are palpable examples that must fuel the debate to awaken the consciences of young people. All ESC economic operators who had been used for decades to export our raw materials and re-import finished materials, I urge them to change their software, to understand that we must industrialize our country. This is the sovereignty, and it will allow us to transform our raw materials and now become an exporter of finished products. To all CES teachers, these brave teachers I take my hat off to, who fight body and soul to transform the little ones, make them more patriotic, more civic, make them revolutionary in the soul. I urge you to continue this work, because it is through them that we can maintain the torch of our homeland. To all these actors of the health that make feats today, who yesterday we thought impossible in Burkina Faso, I urge you to continue fighting. We will be on your side. We will support you as much as possible in logistics equipment so that you continue to express your talent, to make sure that CE, which is done elsewhere, can be done here, and to combine your efforts with the world of traditional practitioners, those who use our plants to care for us, because sovereignty is also a health issue. To all these actors in the agricultural world who understood the meaning of our fight, who accompany in the agro-pastoral, we reassure you that we will spare no effort so that you can continue to give your best, so that this food sovereignty that we wish so much can be a reality and forever. Continues, speaks of sovereignty cannot extend to ask for food to continue. It goes through there, all those who fight, so that we can reach this sovereignty on all levels, so that we are really independent. I encourage you to continue the fight, to destroy the fight, because we have to go fast and well. Why I say it, we have to go fast and well, because everyone else looks at us. The whole world looks at Africans, look at Burkina Faso, who drew a model. And it is therefore necessary that this model can inspire others to join the fight of the revolution, for Africa to be free with dignity and prosperity. The overwhelming majority of the peoples we should pray to for us to succeed, we tell them to continue to support us, because that fight, this is not only for Burkina Faso, it's for all black people. This minority which is still lost, that it is well at the top of the states, or these populations that have continued to pray for us to fail. We say thank you because their hatred also allows us to continue the fight and to move forward. And I hope that one day they will understand how to come back to the reason and be able to get rid of these young people of slavery yours. The fight against neoism and all its manifestations are carried out every day, that we will not give up. We will continue on our momentum. And I think that all the youth is also invited to express ourselves. We will continue to encourage ourselves to achieve our goals, because the sovereignty, the independence, the freedom we want to live in peace in Burkina Faso, I said. It's not just a word. It was a set today. We are proud to say that we have made progress both on the industrial domain, civilian and military industry. We have made progress on the LA domain. Health, we have made progress in the area of the reconquest. These criminals who had occupied these areas of our homeland believed that it was their sanctuary, have been dislodged in several areas, are fleeing Burkina Faso. You will certainly see images of their escape, but we tell them that now. They have only two choices to flee Burkina Faso, because the fighting forces are engaged in this offensive, and it will continue. We will continue to the limits of our borders, secure Burkina Faso, for Burkina Faso to live in peace, develops or a model that inspires other nations. I wish you a very happy Independence Day. In the sobriety, of course, that IT is an opportunity for reflection, to be able to discuss and exchange, to take communion, to reflect on the future of our dear, and for Burkina Faso to be a model. I repeat, Burkina Faso must be a model to inspire other peoples. Long live the land of the suffering men. Very happy National Day. To everyone I thank you. The country or death will overcome us.
That when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to a lot of things, they have made significant progress, and they are still fighting, and they will continue to fight. This fight is not only for the people in Burkina Faso, but it is for all of us in Africa. That is one thing we need to understand. If Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso should succeed, we have all succeeded. And those of us who are still bent on listening to this democratic elected, we should understand that there is no nation that has been able to develop under any system called democracy. Democracy is a shield that other people are using in order to milk the African. It is left unto us as Africans to rise up, fight to reclaim our land, This is the only thing that we have. And these people are making sure that they destabilize governance, that are making sure they fight for the total sovereignty and liberation from them. Any nation that you are living in and your president is praised by these people, you should know your president is just doing nothing. Your president is unaliving you slowly. Your president is unaliving you. They praise leaders that are allowing them to destabilize the nation, to loot the nation, and to make sure you never rise. So we need to educate our brothers and sisters. A lot of us are still under slavery mentally, but we are not aware. And that is why Africa is where it is. And some of us will always come out and say, those of us who are still not aware of what is happening, that if truly they love Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso leaders, why don't they conduct election? Elections are meant to keep you poor. This is a system the imperialists always use to keep the African backwards. They control that system. And that is why the African needs to get his or her own model of leadership. We can say we want freedom when we still want everything of the oppressor. If truly we want to see freedom, we need to move away from anything that the oppressors left for us. They never left us anything good. People come out and claim that they gave us education. They came and destroyed your own education. This one is just memorization. Yours is to be able to speak the oppressor's language, and that doesn't make you educated, because some of us can speak a lot of African languages, but we claim we are not educated, simply because it isn't the oppressor's language, and we need to wake up. Africa, we are the only ones that can fight for the total liberation of ourselves. There are some of us that have pledged their loyalty to the oppressor, and they'll go to any length to please them and not you. And until we start fighting for our own sovereignty, we'll continue to be backwards. The time is now. This is information era, and we are so fortunate that this our generation, we can have access to information. And this is the time for us all to rise up and fight for that better Africa we are looking for. Calling on these people to set us free, they will never do it, because their survival depends on you, the African. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world in Africa, West Africa, and in Burkina Faso.